We're here in the Arts District of Las Vegas in the shadow of the Stratosphere on West Wyoming to visit Sin City Pickers. And this is a brand new place where folks can come and search through more than 30 different booths and look for antiques and memories of the past. Just a few parking places in front of the building, but there is additional parking on Commerce Street. And this is a very busy area, so customers should find their way, even though Sin City Pickers is brand new, only 9 months old. This is Bonnie Catoni, and she is the owner of the Sin City Pickers spot, right? How long have you had
We've been here since February of this year.
Okay, and you have your own booth here?
I have my own booth, but we have several other dealers. We actually have about 30 dealers.
Okay, and how have people found you in the first 9 months, or?
Well, you know, it's coming along. It's been kind of a struggle, but the word's getting out. We do a lot of advertising, and we have huge signs on the building. So a lot of our traffic is just drive-by traffic, local drive-by traffic, and we're right off the strip, so the tourists, if they're coming to Antique Alley, we're the first business that they come to.
Well, you have the best name. It almost says we ought to have a reality show, is what it says.
Okay, bring it on.
So, in your own booth, you have jewelry, it looks like, and hats.
A lot of different eclectic things.
How long have you been collecting?
Years.
Years.
Years and years and years.
Okay, so you're doing what you love.
Yeah, I love this.
Okay.
I was in the old Charleston Mall, and when the Neon Project took that building out, so I wasn't ready to retire yet.
Okay.
Wanted to keep going for a little while longer.
All right. Well, it looks like I'm going to have a lot of fun looking around.
You are. Go ahead.
When you come into Sin City Pickers, you stop at a reception desk, and if you're a lady with a big purse, you will get a lock and a key, and you will be asked to stow your purse in a locker. And the reason is that the aisles are narrow here, and already there was one accident where a purse knocked over a $300 item and broke it. So when you find an item you want, however, you come back to the reception desk and pay and retrieve your purse. You could actually spend hours looking at all the individual items for sale if you, I don't know the history of all this glass. It looks quite pretty. And there are more cases. Here we go, Christmas sale, 50% off every item in this case. Here we have antique mix masters. It looks like the prices range from $35 to $75. I stopped here because the one on the left with the black handle, that is exactly the mix master I grew up with. This is Doug Frank, and he has 2 rooms here, and gosh, this stuff looks fabulous. What is it that you have for sale?
We have antique wind-up phonographs, antique radios ranging from 1922 to 1954.
That one really looks old, the one I'm...
That's a Brunswick 5 KTR from 1928. We have an assortment of loudspeakers that attach to the old coffin-type radios. We have telephones from the 1890s all the way up to, the latest is about 1970, but most of the inventory is much earlier than that.
Wow, cameras?
Yes, cameras. They go from 1884 through about 1930. Motion picture cameras that go up to 1962.
What are people most interested in? I mean, what do you sell?
One of the things that they've taken in, liking to is these selection of telephones, because we have the all of the Western Electric, Kellogg's, Stromberg Carlson's, and Kellogg's. Yes, I said Kellogg's. But we have a lot of the different types of phones, American Electrics, or automatic electrics. We have a lot of those too. And are they working? I mean, if you wanted one... Every phone can be made to, all it needs is a modular hookup put on the end of each wall cord, and they work just fine. I'll be darned. Well, thank you very much.
Doug said he's just starting to put his second room together. I see you have a lot of hats.
We have hats going from the 1890s to about, well, even some modern Western hats.
Okay.
Photographs, sheet music. We have a whole bunch of costumes coming in from Warner Brothers and Paramount. Ladies' costumes that go back to the 1890s. And most of the hats here are all originals.
Do you ever have well, I would think theatrical people might come in and...
We have people come in all the time because we do rent stuff out as props. We have cameras here. There's an 1884 detective's camera there. 1895, still camera there, field camera. And there's cameras all over from the 1880s and 90s.
Well, I have a lot of cameras, but I don't have these.
We also stock antique woodworking tools.
Okay.
And replicas and movie props.
All right. Thank you. My goodness, the Mona Lisa is here for just $35. The St. Jude Women's Auxiliary has a thrift store on Charleston, but when they get extra nice items into that store, they bring them over here to Sin City Pickers. The profits realized from the store and from here all go to children's charities in Nevada. So come on over and help the kids. Walking through Sin City Pickers, there are certain places where one is forced to stop, and this is one. There are 3 pieces here by an artist named Sheen Edwards, who also Abrams, who also exhibits on Rodeo Drive, and these figures are covered with unusual things. This is a figure covered all with keys. Next door we have a figure covered with pennies. If you wonder what to do with your leftover pennies, Sheen figured it out. And I don't know what the material is here, but I did look at prices, and they range from, say, $500 to $1,800. And I gathered that there are a number of collectors who are really happy to have pieces like this. This is a whole showcase of what is called Vaseline glass. It's beautiful, and I'm told that this showcase will be moved to give it more prominent location, but wow, very pretty. Well, here's a booth that even offers Santa Claus's cookies, so come on down. This is a booth where the owner says she has been collecting for years, and not any one particular thing, just things that she likes. Car collectors, come on down. Here's a whole showcase for you. It's wintertime and a little bit overcast, so the patio room doesn't look as smashing as it might otherwise, but there indeed is a room for outdoor artwork, furniture, etc. I remember the Lone Ranger, and there is an autographed picture. Wow, look at these albums. And look at Elvis when he was young.
I saw Elvis today.
I'm told the bicycles are from a new dealer who just came in a couple weeks ago. Bicycles remind me of the holidays. This very colorful, lovely booth is Sheen Abrams' own booth, the artist.
Sheen Abrams.
And here we are with jewelry. Lots of jewelry. There are 4 chairs here that I'm told originally came out of the Sahara Hotel and were completely redone, including new upholstery, and they're for sale for only around $800 for all 4. Quite nice. There's a second story here, and we're going upstairs because Christmas items are located on the second floor. There's a whole room of Christmas items here. We're gonna take a panorama. The little teddy girl, bears, deer.
I'll let you have a half price. Okay.
even wild Hawaiian shirts over there and purses.
Yeah, it is.
Customers, trees,
Way, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Go.
more trees,
Looks like we're doing
and
something.
even a view. In the Christmas shop, you got to plug things in to see whether they work, so we get a couple of good rear end shots.
Oh, there they go. Look at that.
I don't think these shoes were made for walking, but they do remind me it's time to leave. There are 4 major antique malls in the Las Vegas area, and Sin City Pickers is one of them. We had a wonderful time visiting.